Oh, well, okay. Okay, I was supposed to like do a video. I mean, like a week ago, but I don't know. I was kind of like delayed and stuff, so I was kind of like busy and stuff. Uh, but yeah. Um. Anyways, I was about to like explaining something like uh a week ago. I mean, a week ago, I kind of like saw this Facebook post, and this Apache woman, like, she posted something like, about Mexican people. I mean, like, are not natives and stuff. But I kind of like, uh, I kind of respect her opinion and all that. But I somewhat, I'm somewhere like, like between the middle. Like 50% middle. Just the middle. Like, I agree to disagree, something like that. But anyways, throughout my years, I'm like, when traveling to like Chicago or Salt Lake City, I haven't met one real native amongst the Latino population. I haven't never met one real native among the Mexican people or Central American. I only met this Mayan guy from over at Salt Lake City. I was I was kind of like working at his construction job, and this Mayan guy like approached me and kind of like shook my hand and all that and explained to me like he was like from Guatemala and stuff. But yeah, and and he pretty much like just yeah, just a whole 9 years of like whole explaining stuff, where he's from and all that. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. But yeah, yeah. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I kind of like it was most like on social media, like I'm beginning to see a lot of like a lot of Latinos, brown people speaking Spanish, like starting to claim native all of a sudden, I mean, I kind of respect that, but yeah, uh, just, just about that though. But most of the time, the ones I've come across, and they mostly claim Aztec and yeah, just the big three, like Aztec, Mayan, and Inca, just pretty much the big three. Even down in Chicago, it's pretty much the same thing down in Chicago too. Where you know, yeah, just claiming this Aztec, Mayan, and Inca. I mean, uh, throughout the years, like when traveling all over the country, I just haven't met any real native at all though. Uh, but it's kind of interesting, to see, like this, the Latinos, the brown speaking Spanish people, brown people who speak Spanish. Yeah, they're just claiming all native, all uh, just native. That's pretty much about that, though. I kind of like understood this whole not Latino, not Hispanic thing, and I begin to take notice of that, though. And I've no way try to like bash on like on Mexican people and stuff, like stuff like that, or stuff like that. Like hmm. I respect, like other people's beliefs and stuff like that. Like I have like like um, Mexican friends myself, and even relatives down south. But yeah, but is it? But it's interesting to see, like all that, like like this whole not Latino, not Hispanic thing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see something like that. Oh yeah, even though I'm not against that whatsoever. Like Mexican people. I mean, like claiming native stuff like that. Uh, I mean, like if you're native, like honor it with all your heart. I mean, like honor your bloodline, honor your culture. I just honor it. With all your heart, with all your integrity, with all your morals. But but this whole thing. I mean, I mean, on social media. I was kind of like profiled by all these cults, these brown cults and stuff like that. I mean, like brown, yeah, uh, just brown cults. Like they mostly honor their skin more than they honor their native roots. Their native cultures. Their native bloodline. Uh, but just like a couple years ago, I was kind of profiled on social media. Like, and if like when other natives like me speak up, all of a sudden, we get bashed on. Get profiled by all these brown cults, by these new age cults. In with all their like pseudo science and pseudo history and stuff like that. Where everything's brown. Well, of course, even I myself is brown. But as a Lakota, that I honor my culture. My history and my bloodline more than my brown skin. That's the thing of it. And whether people really hate me for this, like speaking my mind or whatsoever. Dude, I'm I'm not so easily intimidated. Dude, I'm not. And regardless of threats, I've taken over the years. By them, it's nothing to me. But it's all right. I mean, like it's good to see all these Spanish speaking brown people claiming native, but I don't know. I mean, with all these new age cults, just leading these brown people, the people that have the same skin as me, you know, leading them around, like into the wrong. I mean, into the wrong something. I don't know what's called the wrong way, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Um. I mean, I know there are real natives in Mexico. I know there are real natives in Central America, in South America. I know they exist. And I understand it all too well. I understand this whole Spanish case system. That's implemented all across Latin America, though. And I know that that there are descendants of the conquistadors, who still rule Mexico with an iron fist, descendants of the Spanish Empire down south, with all their, yeah. Uh, they still rule down there, though. But I know, uh, but I know there are real natives down south, and I respect that. Uh, uh, but people should see me, that I'm not easily bullied, I'm not easily intimidated by anyone. you know. I'm not against Latinos, you know. I'm not against Mexicans. I have friends that are Mexicans, you know. Even my relatives are Mexicans, you know, down south of the border, you know. I may not understand this whole I may not understand this whole Spanish speaking communities, you know, or the or the Spanish uh, diaspora of the brown people, you know. But one thing for certain, you know, dude, I will always, you know, like, you know, I'll be a Lakota, you know, dude. I'm more, I'm more than I'll ever be a brown person, you know. There's a difference being brown and being native, you know. That's yeah, and that's a big difference, you know. Uh, but it's interesting to see, you know, like a lot of people, you know, are clean native, you know. The the other Latinos, the brown people that have been forced to speak Spanish and all that. So, well, anyway, this is what I gotta say though, dude. I respect Mexicans, I respect Central Americans, so yeah. Well, anyways, adios.